Mason Mount, the great potential of a young man with huge aspirations. In the Roman Abramovich era, the selection of Chelsea's youngest player of the season is usually a simple matter because, well, the list of candidates is not that much. But this season, the season being halted by the coronavirus, is certainly an exception. Of course, it does not mean that the owners of the title Youngest Player of the Season, the Blues in previous years, are inadequate. Not all young players have the opportunity to play for a club, but Chelsea has long owned one of the best football academies in Europe with many promising stars. However, 2019-2020 is Chelsea's season with a series of young talents, making the club's best young player of the season witness attractive competition. It can be said that this season deserves to be considered a special milestone in the club's development journey. 2019-2020 is the season that the young star is really given the opportunity to step out of the light. Similar to the criteria the PFA used to consider the best young player of the season, candidates must be less than 23 years of age by the time the season officially starts and has played at least 20 times at the time of voting. Chelsea owns up to 7 players in this group. They are Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic, Fikayo Tomori, Reece James, Andreas Christensen, Callum Hudson-Odoi, and finally Mason Mount, who is the most prominent. So we will gradually approach, dissect, and analyze Mount's performances this season, in all respects, to explain why the boy born in 1999 deserves the Blues' best youngest player of 2019-2020. In his first Premier League season, Mount was the only Chelsea player to have played all 29 rounds before the tournament was halted by the COVID-19 pandemic. In terms of actual playing time, only captain Cesar Azpilicueta played more than Mount, and the 21-year-old midfielder has even missed only one of Chelsea's 42 matches in all competitions since the start of the 2019-2020 season. Chelsea won Grimsby Town 7-1 in the League Cup, but Mount was on the reserve list but did not play a minute. To have at that age, that level of mental strength to keep going is remarkable, former Chelsea goalkeeper Rob Green said. He spent a championship season with Frank Lampard in Derby County. Mason also participated in the playoff rounds for promotion, which has been an important experience in the battle filled with pressure. Enough for him to believe that he is good enough to be Lampard's regular choice. From the Championship to the Premier League and to the Champions League, Mount has been playing regularly almost every week for almost 2 years. It is a testament to the strong physical and mental will of this 21-year-old player. Of course, none of those results came easily. In the Premier League opening round last August, Chelsea, with Mount in the starting line, lost 0-4 at Old Trafford. On Sky Sports, Jose Mourinho, the former manager of both Chelsea and Man United, commented, "You look at the performances of Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, and even Christensen to see that these young players, are still lacking a little to play at the highest level of football." In September, Mount was injured on his Champions League debut after a collision with Francis Coquelin of Valencia, who was forced to leave the field in the 16th minute. For a young man, playing football for the first time at the highest level in his career in such a way is worrisome. But just one day later, Mount was seen training hard at Cobham as if he had never had an injury. And that weekend, Mount was named in the starting lineup for Chelsea against Liverpool. 3 goals in the first 5 rounds of the Premier League and the debut of the first-team 3 Lions in the match against Bulgaria made Mount become the focus of the media attention. But Mount didn't let the new halo affect his attitude at Cobham. He is still the extremely professional, hard-working, and focused Mount. Almost every day after every training session with the whole team, Mount continues to train for 1 to 2 more hours with Lampard. Because Mount loves and sees the ball as a friend, the 21-year-old broke the curfew of the club and went out to play football with his friends during the COVID-19 season last month. Mount was clearly wrong, but he, with pure soccer love, nonetheless deserves sympathy. For a guy in his early 20s, in his first season playing as high as Mount, It was perfectly normal to be good or bad, especially when Mount is still used by Lampard as a player that can fill any position on the Chelsea offensive front, from the attacking midfielder to the winger, the striker, or a number 10. But the statistics do not lie, and the figures say that Mount has been having an impressive season. In the Premier League, Mount put his shoes on 11 goals, 6 goals, and 5 assists, which contributes to more than 1/5 of the total goals scored by Chelsea, and that's better than any other teammate in the money defense. Setting Mount in a comparative relationship with the quartet of Jorginho, Mateo Kovacic, Ross Barkley, and Pulisic, he is the player with the best scoring goals, the best assist, the most shots. He possesses many lines of the pass open, the most opportunities, and is also the one who actively participated in the fight to steal the ball. The positive in Mount released many pressures for the defense. His always forward thinking makes him a great partner for Abraham, currently Chelsea's #1 striker this season. The ability to open gaps and choose the position of number 19 also helps Jorginho with much easier kicking. Now, Mason is one of the most dangerous weapons of Chelsea, which makes the opponent be wary, Rob Green commented. Of course, having that position in the first peak season is evidence that Mason not only possesses great potential, but also has great effort and great aspiration. According to Green, Mount is like a transmission in Chelsea's play. Football is on hold, but Mount's journey of advancement after the pandemic will certainly continue. So, do you like Mount? Share with us your thoughts about him, and thanks for watching.